Hello friends, grab a pen, or a cuppa, both ideally. Let's have some fun. Let's dive into the language of native English idioms used in business. A tempest in a teapot. An excessive overreaction or organizational panic regarding a trivial, low-risk operational matter. The media blowback over the minor software lag was a tempest in a teapot. Our retention metrics didn't drop a single basis point. Cut off your nose to spite your face. Engaging in a self-destructive reactionary strategy out of anger or revenge, ultimately harming one's own bottom line. Rejecting their partnership offer just because they outbid us last quarter is cutting off your nose to spite your face. It kills our expansion pipeline. Cast pearls before swine. Offering premium solutions, high-value insights, or sophisticated strategies to a client or stakeholder group incapable of appreciating its worth. Pitching our advanced predictive analytics to a legacy mindset client is casting pearls before swine. They just want a basic spreadsheet. Hoist by your own petard. Falling victim to one's own overly aggressive strategy, legal loophole, or political maneuvering within the organization. The competitor tried to price us out of the market, but they were hoist by their own petard when supply chain inflation crushed their margins. Beg the question. A logical fallacy where the premise of an argument assumes the conclusion is true rather than proving it. Saying we need to increase our marketing spend because we need more brand visibility begs the question of whether visibility actually drives our conversions. Enfants Terribles. Brilliant but highly disruptive, unconventional innovators who challenge traditional industry norms and corporate orthodoxy. The design team is full of enfants terribles, but their chaotic methodology just delivered our most profitable product line of the decade. Wild Goose Chase. A futile, resource-draining pursuit of an unachievable objective or an unviable market opportunity. Chasing that regulatory exemption turned out to be a wild goose chase. The compliance board had already finalised the policy. The lion's share. The overwhelming majority of a market, budget allocation, resource pool, or project revenue. Tech giants continue to capture the lion's share of the enterprise cloud market, leaving boutique firms to scramble for the remaining niches. Sword of Damocles. A constant imminent threat or looming crisis that creates persistent strategic anxiety for leadership. The threat of antitrust litigation has hung like a sword of Damocles over our M&A strategy for the last 18 months. Achilles Heel. A singular, critical vulnerability within an otherwise robust business model, supply chain or balance sheet. Our single-source vendor reliance is the firm's Achilles heel. Any regional disruption halts our entire global distribution. Cross the Rubicon. Committing to a critical, irreversible strategic decision that permanently alters the company's trajectory. Once we divest from our legacy hardware division to focus entirely on SaaS, we cross the Rubicon. There is no turning back. Between Scylla and Charybdis. A high-impact leadership dilemma requiring a choice between two equally perilous high-risk options. Navigating the budget cut left us between Scylla and Charybdis. We either reduce headcount and kill morale, or cut R&D and stall innovation. Play Possum. Deliberately adopting a passive, unresponsive posture to deceive competitors or stakeholders, while secretly preparing a strategic countermove. We played Possum during the initial bidding war, letting our rivals think we dropped out, before launching a definitive midnight acquisition offer. Push the string. An inefficient leadership approach, characterized by trying to motivate, force, or direct an entirely unresponsive or unwilling team. Trying to mandate a return to office policy without cultural buy-in is just pushing the string. Productivity is plummeting. Running on fumes. Operating an organization, project team, or capital reserve at maximum capacity with dangerously depleted energy, morale, or liquidity. The startup has been running on fumes since the Series B funding stalled, but the core engineering team is still pushing code daily. That is all, folks. Keep watching and keep learning. And in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.